fatal E. coli threats continue in Europe. As of Saturday, June 4th, officials stated that 19 people have perished and more than 2,000 across 12 countries have fallen ill, as over 500 people have also been diagnosed with the life-threatening kidney disorder known as hemolytic-uremic syndrome. The German Health Ministry reported Sunday that hospitals in the north where the outbreak first occurred are being overwhelmed as they struggle to provide patients with sufficient beds and medical care.
The percentage of people who actually have severe complications is higher than we expect. Normally, we expect only about 10% of people in an outbreak to develop hemolytic-uremic syndrome, 10 to 15. And we usually expect to see that in children and in older people. So it's very unusual for us to be seeing this in adults.
Deputy Director of Food-borne Illnesses at the U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, Robert Cox, stated that this strain of E. coli, originally detected in Germany, has killed more people and resulted in more cases of severe kidney damage than any outbreak on record, with scientists at China's Beijing Genomics Institute finding that the genes in the newly identified strain of E. coli are resistant to 8 major classes of antibiotics. Researchers in Germany and other countries continue frantically seeking a medication that will alleviate its life-threatening consequences.
Although the specific cause of the outbreak has not yet been identified, many scientists are now pointing to livestock as the most likely source.
The mode of transmission of this bacteria is what we call fecal-oral. So it's literally feces usually from an animal source that people actually ingest.
Remarking on the history of E. coli in the USA, University of Minnesota food safety professor Francisco Diaz stated, "We've seen an increase in cases of produce-associated outbreaks, but ultimately the source is cattle." He said that cattle manure fertilizer, which is not composted well, can still carry live bacteria, or that the manure may have contaminated irrigation water. Furthermore, Australian veterinary public health research scientist at the University of Queensland, Roland Cobalt, said that the produce could lead the way back to the source. As he stated, it's almost entirely likely that it came from cattle at some point. World Health Organization spokesperson Donato Greco highlighted the excessive use of antibiotics in the livestock industry, saying that this could also explain the antibiotic resistance of this particular strain.
Meanwhile, Qatar has banned the import of lettuce, tomatoes, and cucumbers from the European Union. This follows a ban by Russia and Lebanon of all European Union vegetables until the source of the contamination is clearly identified.
Our sincere sympathies for those who have lost loved ones as we pray for the recovery of all those afflicted to full vital health. With heaven's mercy, may we soon see an end to all such diseases as we fill our plates with organic and humane animal-free fare.
Foreseeing this tragic event, Supreme Master Ching Hai had designed the Alternative Living Flyer some years ago and asked our association members to distribute it worldwide since.
Alternative Living.
Change your life, change your heart, change your diet.
No more killing. Be healthy and loving.
Examples of nutritious, life-saving food, percentage by weight.
Tofu from soya, 16% protein concentration. Gluten from flour, 70% protein concentration. Corn, 13% protein concentration. Rice, 8.6% protein concentration. Soybeans, kidney beans, chickpeas, lentils, etc., 10 to 35% protein concentration. Almonds, walnuts, cashews, hazelnuts, pine nuts, etc., 14 to 30% protein concentration. Pumpkin seeds, sesame seeds, sunflower seeds, etc., 18 to 24% protein concentration. Concentrated multivitamin tablets or capsules are also a good source of vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants. Fruits and vegetables are full of vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants and contain high-quality fiber for maintaining good health and a long life.
The recommended daily allowance, 50 grams of protein, average adult.
Calcium from vegetables is more absorbable than from cow's milk.
To diminish the real threat of a worldwide pandemic from bird flu.
To avoid the danger of mad cow disease, or BSE, and pig disease, or PMWS, etc. To stop the continuing gruesome sacrifice of billions of our sweet domestic animals, marine life, and feathered friends daily.
It's wise to change to a vegetarian diet for good.
It's health.
It's economy.
It's ecology.
It's compassion.
It's peace.
It's noble. For more information and free veg recipes, please refer to the websites listed below.
al.godsdirectcontact.org, www.vrg.org, www.vegsource.com,
or email to al@godsdirectcontact.org.